As well. Oh, good morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome to What Happened Last Night, the Whodunnit show. Didn't see you there.
Yeah, we were not ready for that.
But anyways, I'm glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here because we've got a great show for you guys today. First, a little bit of news.
Yeah.
For those of you who watched last week, you might recall that I made a vow to you, our viewing audience.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I made a vow because yes, I was on a quest, guys. And it wasn't a very hard quest. But last week, we played a 2 Truths and a Lie segment with our audience where we got 2 truths and a lie from one of you, our viewers. We're going to have a similar audience participation segment, so be ready for that. This time, whereas last time we wanted to see how well our audience could lie, this time we want to see how well our audience can detect lies. So,
ooh,
exciting.
Very. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah, stay tuned. But the moment you guys have all been dying, like waiting to hear.
I hope the NASCAR. No, go.
Okay, all right. Last week we got 2 truths and a lie from Art by Lori. Her comments were: 1, I'm a sophomore in college.
Yes.
2, I've never been on a cruise ship. And 3, my grandfather won the Daytona 24-hour
a couple
race.
Times.
I think
4
times in a row.
Yeah,
even.
it's impressive.
The lie was that she has been on a cruise ship. That's what we all guessed here.
Good.
And that means her grandfather is a certified BAMF, guys.
BAMF?
A BAMF. Yes.
What's that?
Oh, it stands for Badass MF.
What's MF?
Stands for Mother F.
Oh, what's up?
JK. Conroy.
JK.
Anyways, so yeah, for everybody at home, I know you guys were dying. Like, I was dying.
Yeah.
But I was able to reach out to her really easily on Twitter. I didn't have to go to her house. I didn't have to track her down.
Thank you.
Conroy made sure of that.
My God.
So yeah, everything's great. In any case, welcome to the show. We're so happy to have you here. So that we can start to get things rolling, we are going to cut over to our player introduction videos to let you know who we're playing with before we get into the down and we get into the dirty.
Dirty.
Yeah, baby.
So dirty.
All right, let's cut over to that.
Hey, hi. Do I look here? My name is Curtis. I'm good friends with Danny. I think to be like a really good board game player, you have to be really passionate about board games, which is the most polite way I can think of to say a little bit boring and probably white. I love to lie to people. It is a hobby of mine. This really matters to me. Is this helping at all, or is this just want to make sure that the dicgishness plays in terms of like, I'm still here and you're a friend? I don't understand this weird culture.
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm someone that people generally feel pretty comfortable around and they're able to talk to me and open up about things. I think that that's going to be an advantage for me in games because people are going to see me as trustworthy because I'm pretty confident, and the way that I talk makes people think, oh, she knows what she's talking about. So hopefully. I absolutely get competitive in pretty much every area of my life. I shouldn't be admitting this to everyone, but yes, it's very easy for me to lie. People get frustrated with me because I pick up on every little thing. Hi, my name is Alyssa Barrett Jackson, and I am obsessed with cats and snacks, and food, and cats too. I'm a player who's generally in it for the fun. I don't get really competitive. I'm totally a trustworthy person. I am terrible at picking up vibes. That is not a thing that registers to me at all. I am a bit of a different person when I play board games. I let loose, I smack talk, which is not a thing that's like in my day-to-day life, but board games, yeah, there's a bravado that comes out in me. Ugh.
Hi, my name is Robert. I'm excited to play some games. Man, I got really into Serial for a while, that podcast. I think I listened to all 10 episodes straight. No, there's no way I could get away with murder. I would freak out. That would be too much pressure. It's weirdly easy for me to lie. It shouldn't be that easy. To everyone but my girlfriend, I'm good at keeping secrets. My girlfriend always knows when I'm lying. 100%. I can't put anything past her. I think I'm good at picking up vibes, but I just read people totally wrong usually.
One Night Ultimate Werewolf is a game where everyone has secret identities that determine how they play. Each player randomly chooses a role and keeps it a secret from the other players. Then begins the night. The players close their eyes so that role by role they can be called on to conduct their misdeeds in secret. First, any players who drew the werewolf role cards open their eyes and acknowledge each other. Then the rest of the players act in turn according to their role. Then, day begins. The players will have 5 minutes to figure out what happened and vote on someone to kill. If a villager dies, the werewolves win. If a werewolf dies, the villagers win. The only exception is the tanner, who's trying to get themselves killed. In order to win, our players will have to lie. They'll have to deduce, and they'll have to figure out what happened last night. Hey guys, fun rules explanation. I'm seeing some messages from you guys that there was an issue with the sound, so we're going to try to resolve that. It seems like you guys were having issues hearing when we were on the players, so we're going to cut back to them so that they can re-explain who our guests are and reintroduce you to them. But before we go over to that, I just wanted to say hey to you guys out in chat. Thanks for watching out for us on that sound issue. You guys got our backs and we appreciate it.
You guys are the best.
But we've got a celebrity in the chat.
Oh my god, who?
Lori's back. Yeah! Lori, I'm so glad that you tuned in again, and thank you so much for letting us all know what's true. For people who haven't been on this show before, Lori gave us 2 truths and a lie last week, and then peaced out.
Yeah, we didn't hear from her again. We were, oh my god, we're in this purgatory.
Yeah.
Well, I need to know the answer.
Oh gosh, she got a tongue lashing from Curtis.
Oh yes. Oh my god. Yeah.
And you know what? She took it and now she's forgiven. All is well.
That's really sweet of her.
Great. Thank you, Lori, for coming back. But in any case, yeah, we're working out those audio issues, so everything's looking good so far. Let's say hey to the folks who are in the chat. I see Majd Al-Sagaf. I'm sorry if I totally just butchered your name.
That sounded right to me, but it's probably wrong.
Do you know Maz? And we've got a woman named Dean Perkaski. Dean Perkaski is in fact my mother.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Mom, for calling you a crazy person last week. That was not kind of me.
Where does your mom live?
But wow, she lives in Santa Cruz.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, it's
yeah. No,
sorry. Gotta get this in a frame. Yeah. 2 things you gotta know about living in Santa Cruz.
Mystery spot. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but anyways, we got so many people in chat. It's so nice to see you guys. We've got Space Homes. I'm sorry, I'm leaning out of frame to see. We've got Abraham Yayo. Sup? How you doing? Starla Perez. Starla Perez, you have a little crown by your name. I'm not very familiar with Twitch, but I'm impressed.
She could be royalty.
Yeah, you could be royalty. This sounds like Town of Salem. She's here for Kat. Yo, Kat appreciates you. So yeah, I think that things are looking pretty good on the audio front. So in just a minute or so, we're gonna cut back to the players so that they can reintroduce our guests. But I'll give you guys a little sneak preview of who we got this week. I don't know if you noticed, but Dave is out. He had a family emergency, so our thoughts are with him.
Yes.
And he should be back next week to play with us and say hey to all of y'all. But in his stead, we've got a decent fellow.
Yeah, we have his name is Lawrence. Do I have to say his last name too? Because his first name is fine.
Nah, we'll leave that a mystery.
Yeah.
This show's all about mystery.
It is.
But we found another white guy, so we've got Lawrence, and then our guest for the week is Hannah. What? Yeah, Lawrence and Hannah. Seems like we're still not quite ready to go over to the players yet. So why don't I tell you guys what this week's audience participation game is going to be. It's going to be 2 truths and a lie again, but this time you're going to be trying to figure out what our players are lying about rather than the other way around. Yeah, seems like we are ready to cut away, so I'm going to say catch you guys in a little bit. I was wrong.
Yeah, no, we are still on. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
So last week we had a fun segment where we talked about which monsters were the sexiest. And Conroy is of the mind that werewolves are the sexiest.
Absolutely.
I think that's reasonable to say, but yeah.
I mean, it's such an... Oh, are they on?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, I'm going to continue with my rant then.
Yeah, continue with your rant.
Everyone just assumes a vampire is the sexiest, but I'm thinking that old school when you have the Widow's Peak and the medallion.
No. I know what you're talking about. I mean, I'm thinking about, personally, listen, when everyone was reading Twilight when they first came out, I was a renegade against that, and I said,
Good.
I'm not going to read Twilight. I'm going to read the original Dracula.
Ooh, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, yeah. I'm going straight to Bram Stoker. And so you talk while I try to figure out what our broadcast engineers are going to say.
Let me go on.
Talk about Bram Stoker.
I will talk about Bram Stoker. He was with Vlad the Impaler, I believe. He had a pretty dope armor in that movie. That's all I remember. I don't read much. I just watch a lot of movies. But there was a movie with Aaron Eckhart. He was a sexy Frankenstein, wasn't he?
I don't remember that.
See, so I think you can make every monster a sexy monster.
Yeah. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, very sorry to do this, but our camera for our players has crashed. We're going to have to reboot our broadcasting software really quickly. So please pardon us, stick in there, and we'll be back as quickly as we can.